The story is gut-wrenching when I read it on paper, and I've been sharing for years. So it just happens to be God's time, I think, for it to come to light. He didn't come forward and confess. He was turned in. And when someone's turned in, what are they sorry for? Are they sorry because they got caught, or are they truly repentant of what they did? As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring it about that many people should be kept alive as they are today.
Cindy Clemisher, the lady who was molested by Pastor Robert Morris from when she was 12 years old, has finally spoken. Cindy said that she decided to share her story after an ex-pastor encouraged her to do so. In her latest exclusive interview, she said that Robert Morris told a lot of lies, and she can now set the record straight. If you're still new here and not aware of the story we are talking about, Cindy exposed Pastor Robert Morris of Gateway Church located in Salt Lake, Texas. She said that Robert was a family friend and abused her trust by sexually abusing her for almost 5 years. Pastor Robert has since admitted to the moral failure and said he went through a restoration process and has since maintained a life of purity. Here are some facts about what really happened. How old were they? Pastor Robert was 21 years and married to his wife Debbie, while she was 12 years when the molestation began. Why did she keep it a secret for 4.5 years? Pastor Robert threatened her. He told her, I quote, "Never tell anyone about this. It will ruin everything." How did they report it to the media? Robert said, it was kissing and petting and not intercourse, but it was wrong. Cindy said that he told her to lie down on her back and touched her stomach. He told her to close her eyes. Then he touched her breasts and felt under her panties. She said she was disgusted by Morris' description of her as a young lady, which her lawyer, who is Billy Graham's grandson, said is meant to sanitize something that is criminal. Mr. Boz wondered how he was preaching instead of being in jail. Cindy said, and I quote, "I don't know if anybody deserves restoration to a position when they were doing criminal acts to a child," she said. "I believe that people can be restored when caught doing something if there's true repentance, but when you lie about it, I don't believe that's true repentance."
I think that leaders can get caught up in feeling like it's our responsibility to protect God, and it's not. Their responsibility is to protect the people.
Cindy, who is now 54 years old and a real estate agent in Oklahoma, said that Pastor Robert lied about her father's reaction when he wanted to get back to ministry. Robert said that he resumed with his blessings, which Cindy disapproved, and shared the true version of her father's reaction. This is what her father said, I quote, "I've turned you over to God. You're just lucky I didn't kill you." She said Pastor Robert wouldn't be allowed to work in the nursery at his church if he had disclosed the truth, and wondered, why should he was standing in the pulpit? In other latest developments, Pastor Robert resigned from his position as an overseer for the Church of Highlands. The elders of the church said they were unaware of this latest news about his past. In addition, Pastor Robert Morris, 62, has not been criminally charged because the statute of limitations for such crimes has passed in both states. I will end today's video by sharing a clip from a church mother who has a message for this pastor's being exposed left, right, and center.
I told Bishop, and he has time to calm down. You know, I'm really tired. I don't say I'm weary, but I'm sick and tired of people that's supposed to be leaders falling by the wayside. I'm tired of this. We're sick of this foolishness. Now, the Lord told us in the beginning of the year, and everybody needs to stop this. I don't care if you hear, you stream, or who you are. You need to stop all of this foolishness, sinning behind the back, sinning in the, in the closet. You need to cut it out. The Lord said in the beginning of the year, he said, I'm getting ready to expose you. I will expose you. Now, you may get by, but you don't get away. And when you got people coming up here, we're not perfect, but you got people up here living the best they know how. No, if you can't, by the grace of God, you cannot put your hand on us unless you're lying. I don't have time to play church. I live holy in the house of God, in my house, and when I get on the streets, when I'm going to the store, I live holy. God is enough for me. One man ought to be enough for you. One woman ought to be enough for you. You ought to stop all that lust in the house of God. You need to cut that lust out. Some of y'all are too old to still be fighting lust. Old as you are, you need to be ashamed of yourself.
Message is home, Mom. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, like, and leave a comment. Let's live a life that glorifies God. God bless you.